talked your way out of the P in the first place before you ever got in the conversation and got to the date. So you did not actually listen to me. Had you listened, you would have done that. You would have not done that. So I'm not trying to drag
Okay.
you. We're not dog
No,
walking you.
And
It's
actually,
true.
the fact that you went on a date with another man in your mouth, absolutely nasty work. Nasty work.
What?
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on.
All right, check me
in
out.
alignment with him.
Hey, check me out. Y'all been dog walking me. I'm over here listening to all that bullshit y'all talking about. It was something prior to that. All right, she's not telling you the whole story. Me and her was sitting at the bar. We looking at the screens. We sitting here looking at the numbers, and I told her, I said, "Yo, I think we're looking at two different screens." She talking about, well, why the fuck does it matter? She started flipping out on me. Talking about why doesn't matter. All right, that was one thing.
Something different.
That was nah. Fuck all that. Y'all ain't gonna be dog walking me and talking shit, and y'all don't even know my side. Fuck all that.
Okay,
No, it's not that important. That's not that important.
Time out. And I didn't say sensual. I asked her.
Yeah, go to the conversation.
It wasn't that. But regardless, I'm just sitting here talking to her, getting to know her.
What did you say? What did you say? You said it wasn't that. What did you say?
It wasn't. Damn, I'm trying to remember. But regardless, I was sitting there trying to talk to her and get to know her because when we went to the bowling alley, it was full. My plan was to talk to her and get to know her. We playing bowling.
Okay,
that
my
was the
question
plan.
for you, though.
But it was so packed. It was so packed that we couldn't go bowling, so we sat at the bar, and then, so that's how we just started talking. But then she started doing that shit too. She started flipping out on me.
Hold on, we'll go back before the conversation. Hold on, let's go back before the date, though. Knox, hold on. Before the date, you asked her.
Man, before the date, me and her sat on the phone for 2 hours. So all that shit she told me we ain't had nothing to talk about. We sat on the phone for 2 damn hours. I don't want to hear all that, man.
Arguing with each other. No?
I don't want to hear all that. Y'all over here talking crazy about me. Like, y'all don't even know me. Y'all don't even know. Y'all ain't going off about her side.
You were argumentative on the phone before the date ever happened.
No, we wasn't argumentative on the phone.
I would have never done that.
Bro, if I was argumentative on the phone, why would I sit on the phone with her for 2 hours?
Because you want the pussy.
Answer that question, bro. If I was on the phone, if I was argumentative, why are you sitting on the phone for 2 hours? Answer the question.
But you were the one who called her argumentative. You called her argumentative.
Come on, man.
To be argumentative, but go back a minute. So if y'all had bowled, go back a minute. If y'all had started bowling, what was the conversation gonna be like as opposed to the bar? How different would the conversation be from bowling to the bar?
Well, it would have been different because it kind of would have been a little different atmosphere because we would have been bowling, we would have been chilling, laughing. You know what I mean? Like trying to get to know
with
each
bowling.
other.
I mean, but how would your conversation been different? That's what I'm asking. Like, what would have been a different?
I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? My plan was to go bowling with her, to chill with her, and get to know her. Whatever happened. If I hit, I hit. Again, I did. So what?
Like I said earlier, you had a script in your head, and you weren't prepared for her to deviate from the script that you had in your head. No, it has nothing
to do with that. You know what I'm saying? She was argumentative with me too. I'm tell y'all, I'm not gonna jump. I'm not gonna sit. This ain't my first rodeo dating a female or trying to get to know somebody.
I was another female. The thing is female. You're calling me a female.
You see? You see?
Wait,
you see what I'm saying?
So Knox, wait, Knox, do you think
she don't sit there and get mad when she go fill the application out and she say male or female? She don't sit there and go to her boy and say, why you like that?
But you're not an application.
Knox,
that's
you know what?
crazy.
So I've done this before. Okay, I'm gonna explain to you. I'm gonna explain to you. Actually, I'm gonna tell you a situation. Adrian was there for it. So I explained to two gentlemen one day why women don't like to be called females, right? Why we don't like to be called females? Because a female can be a tree. It can be a dog. Like I got a dog right now who's on her period. I got a dog right now who's on her period. It's a pain in the ass, but
Yeah.
she is a female. Okay, a female can be a frog. A female can be a ferret, right? A female can also be a human girl or a woman. Okay, all it suggests is that it has the gametes needed to create that particular genitalia. Okay, that's all it suggests when you talk about a female. It does not wait, hold on, let me rush through this. It does not give humanity. Now the first guy understood and he was like, damn, I never thought about it that way. I also explained that a lot of that female talk comes from slavery and PIMP culture. Okay,
Okay.
the
All right.
second guy was like, nah, I'm still gonna call them females. Da 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 da. Right? All,
Yeah.
kind of like your attitude, right?
No,
And I
no.
explained it.
That's
Wait,
not my
hold
attitude.
on. No, because you got all flared up about
No,
you don't
she
get
got
upset
flared
when
up
you
on
fill
me
out. Hey,
first.
hold on. I'm still explaining because you started talking about when you fill out a job application, right? So I explained it again. And he insisted on saying 10 toes down. I then had to say, you know what? So now when I've explained it to you a couple of times, if you insist on calling girls and women, human girls and women, females, and removing their humanity from them, I got to assume that you fuck around with either children or ferrets.
Damn. That's
And
crazy.
yeah, he kind of had that same attitude. And I was like, but if you insist on calling them females instead of girls or women or ladies, something that gives
Okay.
them humanity, I'm going to call you a ferret fucker.
I don't know about that fair fucking
Okay,
shit,
so
but I
let me. Okay,
understand where you
I
coming.
have.
I understand where you coming from on that, and I got you on that. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, a male,
No,
female could be
hold on,
anything.
stop.
So I feel you on that.
And again, when we had a 2 hour conversation on the phone, that was one of the things that I explained to him as well, Empress. I
You
explained to
didn't
him to
explain
say
it like that.
female,
Don't say you
female,
explained it
female,
like
female.
that.
So again, we were spending 2 hours on the phone, having these discussions, these arguments, these battles back and forth. I shouldn't have to sit there and good morning, Hondo. I shouldn't have to sit here and explain to you why good morning, Big D, and why I don't want to be called a female, because to me, I'm all fucking woman. When you look at me, I'm a fucking woman. I'm all woman. So that's the reason. So we had that conversation again on the phone, right? It was still a confrontation. I shouldn't have to explain that to you.
Okay, that's cool. But like I said, you flipped out on me. You went off the same way you went off just now. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it just ain't me. I'm not. It takes two to argue. It takes two to argue. Y'all, I don't think y'all
You're
realize that.
exactly right. So Knox, when I said,
It
well, okay,
takes
so
two
you're
to
right. It takes
argue.
2 to argue.
So
You're
that's all I'm
absolutely right.
saying. Hey, I clocked in. I gotta go to work. I'm gonna holler at y'all later.
I think
Well,
we
damn.
can. I think we can
Have
definitively
a
say
good
that this
day.
was. I think
Was
we
I
can
wrong?
definitively say
Was I
that this
no?
was
For real, was I
this was
wrong?
not
Very
a love
poetic.
connection. This was not a love
Poetic.
connection.
No.
At
And
all.
hearing
Okay.
this.
At
And
all.
hearing
Adrian,
this, poetic. I know, because poetic is the one that said I needed to give him a chance. He's an asset, right?
Yeah,
Poetic. And hearing just this little smidge bit of a conversation, is he still an asset?
Well, Adrian, assets have to be managed. You can manage his asset, yes. He's an asset.
Manage. What the fuck? Huh? Wait a minute. Say again.
Hold on.
Assets have to be managed. You can manage the you can manage you can manage the
I got a
asset.
question for you. Hold on. I got a question for you.
Uh-huh.
In this situation, so let's ask. I'm going to ask you a man-to-man question, business-wise.
Mhm.
Okay. So, if I have an asset, okay, what is the difference
What
between
up,
asset
baby? What up,
and
baby?
liability?
Yo, what
Say
up?
again, say again, sir. Say again.
What's the difference between an asset and a liability?
I see.
Well, one creates a deficit, and one can probably create revenue for you. One could be a deficit,
Okay.
one could be a revenue. But here's the thing about it. But hold on. Slow down. Let me finish. Well, you don't know the liability until you're faced with a liability.
But can you see the liability at the beginning when you have a conversation with somebody?
Well, I'm a liability, so also I'm a violator, so I'm a